Wow. Candles and everything. Well, when you told me to get in the shower and unwind, I had no idea you were going to be planning all this.
Well, I missed you today. I wanted to make tonight special.
Well, you're off to a really great start. Has been rough, though. You know, thank goodness Courtney's out of the woods. But Walsh Montgomery's future seems to be hanging with Connor's, and hers is looking a little shaky these days. Wonder if she's back from work yet. She was having a discussion with Cal.
Look, there's nothing you can do about any of that tonight, so I want you to just put it out of your mind, okay? Tonight, let's just think about us.
Who lit a fire under you?
Cal did.
That figures.
Yeah, we spent the last few hours together going over and over everything that's happened between us, and the truth came out about a lot of things.
That's good, right?
Yeah, except that I realized I've been an even bigger fool than I had thought. Because you see, against my better judgment and everyone else's advice, I began to count on your friendship and support as a kind of shield against everything that was coming at me. And you not only let me do that, you encouraged it.
Well, of course I did. I care about you. And you can continue to count on my support.
Oh, yeah? Well, if you're such a good friend, then why did you lie to me? Why did you tell me that you hired Hal Munson to help clear me when you knew that Cal had hired him?
Yes, I understand, Agent Duffy. No? Why? Do you expect him to show up here? Yeah, all right, sure. Yes, I will. All right, thank you for the call. What's the news from the hospital? Isn't that any worse?
No, he's holding his own. Still unconscious. Bob Hughes gave him some kind of blood thinner. It's supposed to help him. But he said it would be a few more days before there were any signs of improvement.
I do not believe this, Ned. Having a stroke on top of everything else, Mama must be near the breaking point.
Cal showed up just before I left. He said he was going to take her home so she could get some rest. So I'd stop by, let you know.
And to see if there was any more news about Lily, right?
Is there any news? No.
No, Holden, it's not that.
What? Kayla, please, what?
Damien received a request for ransom along with proof that Lily's alive.
Thank God. Well, in the note, did Hans say why he kidnapped her?
No, not that I know of.
None of this makes any sense. Of all the people in the world, why would he kidnap Lily?
Well, Damien's rich. He's got a lot of money.
No, it's more than just the money. There's some connection between Damien and Hans that Damien is not telling the police about. And I'm determined to find out what that connection is.
As the world turns. Brought to you today by Pringles. So fresh, once you pop, you can't stop.
Hal, I understand there's some proof that Lily's still alive. I'd like to see that proof, please.
Absolutely not.
What's wrong with you, Grimaldi? You afraid the police are going to find out there's some connection between you and Hans?
Listen, I don't have to listen to this garbage, all right?
Now, you back off. You come with me. Holden, for everyone's sake, especially Lily's, you just got to simmer down, all right?
Hi, Al.
Holden, what is he doing here?
Tom, can you tell me about the proof that you have of Lily?
As a matter of fact, I can't. What's happening now is you are impeding us, and you're going to wind up hurting Lily. Let us do our jobs, all right?
Holden, Tom is right. Just go home and relax and wait for news like the rest of the family.
Okay, all right, I'll go. But if I don't hear from you or somebody soon, I'll be back.
Agent Duffy called. He said you got an audio tape with the request for ransom plus a picture of Lily holding up the City Times. Is that it?
Yeah. Looks like she's trying to tell us something. Can you see it?
No. What do you see?
Well, Lily's right hand is very clearly pointing to the word Times. And with her other hand, she's purposely covering up the S, so it's not the City Times, it's the City Time, right? Anyway, that's why we're here. Let's get this down to the photo lab, have it enlarged, see what other details we can make out. Caleb, this is evidence.
How long do you think it's going to take?
A couple of hours.
Look, we've got a laser copier at Worldwide. I mean, like that, in a minute, and you can have as many copies for the FBI as you
fine.
need.
Sounds good to me. Make sure you follow procedure with that.
Okay, I will. What about the audio tape? Where's that?
The FBI's making copies. Duffy and Red. One of them will be dropping it by later.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit the telephone company for a computer readout of all the listings with the word time in it.
Before you do, I just kind of wanted, for the record, to thank you for jumping in here for Margot so quick.
Hey, save the thanks until we save Lily and Hans is put out of his misery.
You know, Connor, I think you're taking out your anger at Cal on me. That's okay. Hey, I can handle it. I'm a big boy. But for what it's worth, it was my idea to hire Hal in the first place. He turned me down. And then Cal got into the picture, and he wanted me to front for him. And the only way he'd stay involved is if I didn't tell you about it.
Oh, that's just perfect. My life is on the line, and you and Cal are playing games about who can be more noble.
I told Cal he was a jerk not to tell you. But since it was my idea to foot the bill in the first place, now that it's out in the open, that's exactly what I plan on doing.
No, you're not. I am going to pay Hal. I would like control over at least one thing in my life.
How did things end with Cal?
It ended, period. Neither one of us realized how long it had been since things were right between us, or how hard it was to get the trust back once it's lost. So anyway, it's over, and I would just like to try to move forward with my life, if that's possible.
So, where do I stand in your life? I'm really sorry about this Hal thing. I hope it didn't set us back. Did it?
Well, I think that entirely depends on you.
Well, whatever you want, you got.
No more lies.
All right, cross my heart and hope... I hate saying that.
Say the whole thing.
Cross my heart and hope to die. There. So, what do you say we kick back, order some Chinese food in?
Nope, sorry. You know the routine. You're the one who suggested it in the first place. When the chips are down, we go dancing. So where do you want to go? Falcon Club?
Are you serious?
Absolutely. I am a free woman tonight. No more Cal, no more heavy responsibilities at work, at least for the time being. So I would like to go out and have a little fun for a change.
To you.
No, no, no. To us. Dinner should be ready in about 5 minutes. It's beef stroganoff.
I love beef stroganoff.
I know. I talked to Connor. She told me that it was your favorite dish.
Well, actually, my favorite dish is right here.
You are a sexist pig.
Look who's talking. It looks like you've cooked up a pretty good old sexist evening right over there.
Yeah, right up until you do the dishes, Buster.
Well, I'll save the dishes for the morning, and then tomorrow evening I'd like you to help me continue another sexist tradition by letting me take you out for a big steak. On me, of course.
You would never do that, would you?
Take you out on the town? Sure.
No, I mean, let us fall into those traditional male-female roles.
How did our conversation go from fun banter to serious reflection in just such a short time?
Well, because it bothers me. You know, we were out at that party in Grosse Pointe, and I kept looking at all those couples there, and they all look like perfectly matched sets, you know? I felt so sorry for them, men and women. They all look so trapped. Maybe they're happy that way, I don't know, but what I do know is that kind of life is just not for me.
Is that how your mother used to feel about it, too?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. That whole life was just this mold that she never really quite fit into. Over the years, all her dreams just sort of faded away. She lost all her spark. My father never even noticed.
Now, Rosanna, judging by the conversation you had with Alex that I walked in on the party, I can't believe that your father didn't care about your mother's feelings.
let's not talk about this anymore, at least not tonight, okay?
Okay. I guess we can concentrate on candles and romance, then.
Who?
Maybe that's Connor. Perhaps her conversation with Cal turned sour.
Evan, I'm sorry. I know it's after hours, but you and I have got to sit down and talk about how Connor's news is going to affect us at work tomorrow. It won't take long, I promise, but it can't wait. Hi, Rosanna.
Hi. What's this news about Connor?
Oh, well, I assumed Evan told you Connor stepped down as CEO, and we have got to go over the fine points, so we're ready to take the reins first thing in the morning.
This will only take a few minutes, I promise.
Do you really love your hair color? I mean, really? Just wait till you try a new preference. Believe me, I use it. It has conditioning so caring, it's called Care Supreme. It makes color even better, richer, more glowing, with softness and glorious shine you'll fall for. Well, who wouldn't love a change for the better? After all, we're worth it.
New Preference by L'Oreal. Better conditioning for better color.
Am I that boring?
What?
Well, usually when a fella keeps his eye on the door like that, it means that his present company is less
Oh, no, no, no,
scintillating.
please, no. Believe me, that's not the case. I don't know where Lucinda is. I'm worried about her under the
Craig,
circumstances.
I was kidding. I understand. And your loyalty and concern speak very well for Lucinda.
Well, she earns it. If you're lucky enough to get past the obstacles she puts up.
Yeah, well, here she's rolled out the red carpet for me, and I'm doing my best not to step on it.
Look, do what you gotta do, Sam. But I guarantee you that her offer is sincere.
Yeah, well, I believe that. I do. It's just maybe it's not for the right reasons.
What does that mean?
It means nothing. Forget it. I'm just having trouble adapting to all this family circle stuff.
Well, you wouldn't think that looking at you. I mean, I've seen you at the frame shop. I've seen you on a glitzy yacht. You're perfectly at home in both places. It's my hunch you'd look perfect anywhere.
Well, I prefer the frame shop. Because I don't have the kind of money to be hanging out in a posh place like this, and even if I did, I wouldn't be gambling it away. I'd be spending it on other things.
Such as?
Such as my wildest fantasies.
Which are?
Which are private.
Come on
Would you
now.
like to
That's
dance?
not
I think this is a
fair.
very good time to
No,
ask you to
that's
dance with me.
terrible.
Oh, please. Join me on the dance floor.
So tell me, what do you think of using the Valletta to premiere my new cruisewear line?
Well, as long as Franco's accessories are showed off to full advantage, I'm all for it.
Good. I'll speak to Damien as soon as I can, since we know what's happening with Lily.
In the meantime, may I suggest you ask Hal's opinion on it? I mean, I know he feels like I step on his toes sometimes, and I wouldn't want him to feel excluded.
Well, Hal has excluded himself by rejoining the Force. He can't have it both ways.
Barbara, may I presume to offer you some comfort as well as perhaps a suggestion?
Please.
I know you worried about Hal's safety before when he was off doing investigative work on his own, but this seems to be different to me. He's part of a very organized team now, and if he does happen to run into some danger, he's got a lot of backup.
That's it? Those are your words of comfort? Thank you.
I'm afraid so. My suggestion is just let Hal do what he has to do. And in the meantime, I'd be happy to take over any or all of his duties at BRO, just to make sure things are up to speed when he gets back, which I'm sure will be very soon.
I don't want you walking out of our lives.
I have no choice, now that I've told you I'm in love with you.
I helped Adam get ready for bed. And Casey wants a glass of milk.
I'll get it.
Mom? Is something wrong? Like, did you get a bad report from the doctor?
Oh, honey, no. No, it's nothing like that, really. I'm just, feeling a little blue. But I'll be okay. Oh, well, you go get the milk, and I'll get the door, all right? Hi. How's there? Tom's not here.
Oh, well, we brought dinner to thank him for his help with immigration. You know, if he hadn't come up with that creative solution that he did, I'd either still be on the lam or in custody right now.
Yeah, well, that is my son. He's smart, courageous, and kind. Well, I don't have to tell you that, do I, Dawn?
Well, I'm going to take this stuff to the kitchen so he can stay warm until he gets home. Oh, okay.
Yes. Whew, I sort of expected, Marilyn to be here.
Yeah, well, actually, Adam went with Jerry to his basketball game, and when they got home, Marilyn said she couldn't stay, so I'm just filling in. But now that you're here with Shannon, we can go, so.
You can go? Why do you want to go? No.
You should see all of the stuff that Shannon has in there, Mom. I mean, I just can't wait to eat it.
Well, honey, actually, I think we should leave now.
But wait a minute, we're supposed to eat dinner. I mean,
I know. I felt the same way. Look, why don't you stay? It's settled. You will stay, okay?
All right. I guess I'm outnumbered. I'm going to go help Shannon.
Right.
I'm glad you're here, Mrs. Mitchell. Something's wrong with Mom, but she won't tell me what it is. I was maybe wondering if you could, you know, just...
You want me to talk to her? I'll be glad to.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Hi. Well, what are you doing here?
You mean besides standing out here freezing to death?
I'm sorry. Yes, come in. Come in.
Well, we thought since Margot was out of town, we'd bring Tom some dinner.
Oh, that's such a popular idea. Wonderful.
Yeah?
I hear the door. Oh, well. Couscous, anyone?
Every day, Bridget has one burning desire.
I want my baby back.
And every day, she has to fight for what she wants.
Promise me that you will not let Roger Thorpe get his hands on Peter.
But is she fighting a losing battle?
Not you, and not anybody else is going to take him away.
Quick, turn on the light. Guiding light.
Well, Jess and Duncan, they've brought over dinner for Tom.
Well, what a coincidence. I guess we're going to be running into each other a lot now that I'm back on the mainland. What'd you guys bring?
Oh, Japanese. Sushi, tempura.
Dear, I brought Moroccan. Well, we better keep our dishes separate. They may clash.
Fine.
Well, now, I think, let me take what you brought. Come on, Shannon, let's go help Dawn in the kitchen. Come on, darling.
Listen, sweetheart, if you want to go, I understand. We can...
No. Shannon's right. We are going to be running into each other a lot, especially since she's in your custody until the immigration hearing. And besides, I've given enough ground. It's time to take some back.
I forgot dinner plans.
No, actually, we thought we'd come over and surprise you and bring dinner, but apparently Shannon and your mom had the same idea. They're in the kitchen.
Well, that was a pleasant conversation. I'm going to be going back to the relative calm of the police station.
No, if I have to be here, you do too.
I'm going to call home and check on the baby.
Hey. Hi. Didn't expect to see you here.
Well, I didn't expect to be here, but Marilyn couldn't stay. And I can't either.
Oh, come on, please. I wish you wouldn't go.
And I wish she wanted me to stay for a different reason. Look, just because you don't have feelings for me doesn't mean that my feelings have just magically disappeared. I'm gonna go get Jerry.
I called the house. Matthew says that he hasn't heard from Lucinda. When I got back to the table, you were gone, so am I that boring?
Touché. No, I just needed some fresh air
Some privacy. I need that sometimes. And I'm sure babysitting me is no
It's been
piece
a
of
genuine pleasure and not even remotely like babysitting.
Well, hi.
Hey, how are you? Craig?
Hi. Kirk.
Oh, Samantha Markham, it's Connor Walsh.
Hi, nice to meet you. Walsh, are you and Lucinda related? Only very circuitously, and I think we'd both rather forget that. It's a long story. Listen, Craig,
Yeah.
since you and Emily are good friends, there's something I want to tell you before you hear it from someone else. Can you keep this under your hat, both of you, until we go public tomorrow?
Yeah, we can manage that.
I have decided to step down as CEO of Walsh Montgomery just until my trial is over.
At which time she'll be acquitted, of course.
And Emily will be filling in for me.
Any news on Lily?
No, not that we know of. Lucinda was supposed to join us over an hour ago.
Holden! Holden! Are you deaf or something? Why have you come back here? You have no right to be here.
You're wrong. I do have a right. I was the last person to see Lily before she was kidnapped.
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment.
I pretend that I work out all the time and eat all the right things, but I don't. But one thing I really do is I use Equal instead of sugar.
Equal, with the great taste of NutraSweet. And now, part 2 of As the World Turns.
What do you mean? You were the last one to see Lily before she was taken.
Exactly that. I was the unnamed source who saw Lily at Luther's Corners on her way to the marina.
May I ask you what you were doing with Lily in Luther's Corners?
That's between Lily and me.
Holden, I told you to go home.
Caleb, did you know about this, about your brother? Did the police know that he had a rendezvous with Lily just before she was abducted?
Yeah, Lucinda, we know.
I see. And it's just between you and Lily. Your piece of work.
What the hell is the matter with you?
Just tell me about this proof that you have about Lily, and I will go, I swear.
Your word? It's an audio tape of her voice and a picture of her. She seems fine.
Let me see the picture.
No.
I just want to see it with my own eyes so that I know she's all right.
I said no. Now that's it. You're out of here.
You say I have no right to be here. No right to love Lily. Well, who gave you the right to judge? Who gave any of you the right?
All right, these came out great. Every officer in the department gets one, but nobody else. Have them check for anything familiar in the background.
Right.
The phone company faxed me listings with the word time in them. Copies are being made of that, too, but nobody, and I mean nobody, barges into any place before Red McLean and I are notified. Is that clear,
Crystal?
What did Holden say to you?
Nothing.
She's getting hate mail now. Our stockholders are very nervous, and our stock price is still going down. It's a bad scene.
So you and Emily went and had a little lunch about it? Behind Connor's back?
It wasn't behind Connor's back. Emily had to make sure that I was ready to take on the extra responsibility
so basically
before
this
we
is
even
all
approached.
Emily's idea. Gosh, I wonder why. I'm sure she hates the idea of having to become CEO. I'm sure you didn't resist either because you just hate the idea of having a little more power now. Isn't that right?
You know, I resent that. Now, in my past, I may have let my ambition get the best of me at times, but this isn't one of them. Now, I happen to love my sister, and I'd like there to be a company for her to come back to when this whole ordeal is over. Now, this is the only way I know to do it. If you can't understand that...
I understand. Now they explained it to me, I do. I understand. I was out of line. I'm sorry that I said that.
It's just really is important to me, Rosanna, because this is the first opportunity I've had that much responsibility. And if I can't handle it and Walsh Montgomery goes down the tubes...
It's not going to go down the tubes, Evan. You're going to be brilliant. I know you are. Just don't let it go to your head, okay?
Hey, Listen to me. All this wheeling and dealing is just that. It's not going to change me or change what we have in any way. Okay? Good. Now let's get back to what we were doing before Emily showed up.
Okay. I'll reheat the stroganoff, you toss the salad.
Well, I was kind of hoping you'd approve the press release before you left the office so we could get it out first thing in the morning.
My, aren't we the eager beaver?
I will look at it first thing. We can still get the release out tomorrow. I'm not dragging my feet, Emily. I just got a little sidetracked by Cal today.
I know. I thought maybe you were out with him, working things out.
There's nothing to work out. The relationship is over for good.
Are you sure? I'm so sorry, Connor. This has been one hell of a day for you.
It certainly has.
We will talk more tomorrow when we have some privacy.
Oh, don't go. I'll tell you, I'm not sure that that woman has your best interest at heart.
It was my decision, Kirk. Let's drop the subject.
Well, I'm sorry. It must have been awful to see that photo of Lily like that. But it does mean that she is alive.
As of this morning, she was alive. Do you know, have you any idea where Damien has got himself to?
I saw him out on deck. I got the impression that he really wanted to be alone.
Why don't you eat something?
I'm not hungry, and I'm not going to eat. I'm feeling helpless.
Then let me help you.
How?
Us. You can help me by telling us a story about Lily. About when she was a little girl. Something very special, something that only you know, that will lift our spirits, since I cannot seem to lift yours.
You mean like when she fell off her tricycle?
Something like that.
I'd love to dance. Thanks.
I'm only stepping down temporarily, so I can assure you BRO is not going to be affected in the slightest by my absence.
Well, I'm sure it won't. Let's just hope you're not gone too long.
So do I, Barbara. And Hal, Kirk and Cal clued me in on this little scheme they had cooking with you. And I'd like you to know that Cal is no longer employing you, that I am, so you can charge me directly.
Hey, well, whatever. It's up to you.
I hope she gets more for her money than Cal did.
Well, you know, timing's everything, Kirk. Once we catch this maniac who's kidnapped Lily, I'll be able to focus more on the Lafferty case. We'll also have time to talk to Debbie in New York.
Actually, I think Debbie's going to be coming to Oakdale in a few days. Something's happened to Ned. I found him lying unconscious in the Riverfront Park. He's had a stroke, and he's at Memorial. It's pretty serious.
So what about these fantasies of yours you were telling me earlier? What?
They're private,
Oh,
like
come
I said.
on. All right.
All right.
What?
I'll tell you, but I just might shock you.
Try me.
All right, if I had unlimited funds to do it as I wish,
Yes.
I would become an art bum.
An art bum?
Yes.
What is that?
Well, you have heard of beach bums, you
Yes.
have heard of ski bums. Well, I would be an art bum.
Yeah.
I would museum hop around the globe, and I would take in every great artistic painting, every great sculpture done by every great artist. Be pure bliss.
Wow. All right, this is not a pitch. I swear to you, it's not a pitch. But Lucinda did offer you a job. The pay is excellent. If you worked for a couple of years, you could save up enough money for your fantasy.
Yeah, sure, if I wasn't dead out of boredom. Look, I cannot do the corporate trip for 2 weeks, let alone 2 years. I'm not Neil, okay?
I know that.
Well, then maybe you should try telling Lucinda and Royce that, because they seem to think differently.
Hi there. May we cut in?
Well, only if I can lead.
It's all yours.
See you later.
Hi there.
How about yourself? I hear congratulations are in order. You're moving up the corporate ladder, huh?
Yep. You're looking at the new CEO of Walsh Montgomery.
Temporarily.
Of course, temporary.
Okay.
But this turn of events has really left us short-handed, and we'll... Oh, come on, Craig. Come on, jump Lucinda's ship and swim to mine, please.
Emily,
Help me keep afloat.
Emily.
You know what a great team we make.
Emily, I can't. I'm sorry, you know that.
Yeah, I see your point. I don't like it, but I see your point. And I keep forgetting your situation is as temporary as mine. I keep expecting you to pack up your bags and fly back to Montega. You must miss Sierra a lot.
Good evening, Emily. I'm surprised that you weren't sequestered somewhere in private with Connor, CEO murderess, doing something about the reputation of your company.
Once again, you've got your information wrong. You're looking at the new CEO of Walsh Montgomery.
You take my breath away.
Barbara, good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, thanks so much, Gregory. Good night.
Good night, Greg. Listen, Mrs. Munson, I don't want you working too late at that factory. We still haven't caught whoever's been doing all those burglaries down there, you know.
Well, sweetie, I really appreciate your concern, but you needn't be, since I won't be alone anymore. You see, I agreed to let Gregory help me out while you're taking over for Margot.
Well, getting the right spices here is the hard part. I mean, of course, in Marrakesh, you just go to the souk. And of course, the figs and the dates there are far superior to anything you could possibly get here in Oakdale.
That was all very delicious, but I think we should be going.
Oh,
But the night's still young.
Oh, not for the parents of an infant who have to work in the morning. I'll be right back.
It has been a great party, and I have an early morning as well, so, excuse me.
Jerry, honey, why don't you get your stuff together? We'll go.
Now, Dawn. I thought we agreed Shannon and I were going to clear up and do the dishes.
Well, I'm just clearing the glasses.
Oh. Honey,
Do you feel all right? Oh, Lisa, I just had a difficult day. It's really okay.
So, looks like you're gonna be free to run around here in about a week.
Oh, only free of things I want to be free of. All set.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming over.
Oh,
Where's the rest of your stuff?
Our pleasure. There's my bag.
That's you?
Yep, that's me.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're totally welcome. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Night, Tom.
Good night.
Night. You're welcome. Get home safe.
I'll see you soon.
So, now that all this is gonna be over here soon, don't you think maybe you should lighten up a little bit?
Lighten up about what?
You know, the whole game.
It's not a game, Tom. I love Duncan, and I know he loves me. Wouldn't you fight for Margot if you had to?
Let's go, Jerry.
Gee, I thought you'd maybe, stick around a little while so we could have a little more time to talk, huh?
Would it really make any difference? But listen, since we're talking now, there's something that I really think I should tell you. I've decided that Jerry and I should move out of the garage apartment as soon as possible.
Move out? Why?
I think it's obvious.
Well, it's not obvious to me then, I guess.
Well, I don't have to explain it to you. Look, it's my decision. I made it.
Well, no, you don't have to explain anything to me, but what about Jerry? What's best for him? I mean, come on, he's made a ton of new friends in this neighborhood. You yourself said that you don't worry about him half as much here as you used to in your old neighborhood. I mean, come on, Dawn, in your condition, don't you think you should...
Please, could we have one conversation where we don't mention my condition?
Fine, we won't mention your condition. Look, Dawn, I want you to understand something. I do this only because I care about what happens to you, all right?
Sometimes I think I could use a lot less of that kind of caring. Look, I don't want to have to hide what's going on with me and you until I get over it. And I just can't be around you right now. So as soon as I find another place, Jerry and I are going to be gone.
Oh, no. Thanks. Listen, I have to say something. You were right when you said earlier that I have been taking out my anger on you, and I apologize.
No apologies necessary. Just knowing I'm right is enough.
Excuse me, darling. You've got to be in New York. Tomorrow morning, it's a crisis at Meridian. Ellie will be waiting for you.
Why don't you send Craig? He'd love to see
I'm
her.
sorry, I made my decision, and that's it. It's a fait accompli, all right? Oh, Emily told me. I think that's wonderful about the changes at the top. It's quite correct, Connor, that you put your house in order before you move on to your next abode. You look very fetching. New York in the morning.
You know what these are?
No, I give up what?
These are the spare set of keys to my apartment. The landlord gave them back to me after fixing the faucet.
Well, that's fascinating, Kirk. What am I supposed to do with them?
Use them. If you need a place to hide away while I'm gone. I'd feel a lot better just knowing you were there. Try to resist the urge to redecorate.
I haven't been very good to you lately. I'm sorry. I just want you to know that everyone who loves Lily's praying for her. It's going to pull her through. She's going to be all right. You got to have faith in that.
Lucinda, are you sure you wouldn't like me to take you home?
No, absolutely, absolutely. I do want to say something to you, though, again. Now, I've been very open, candid with you. I mean, I've specifically asked you and Damien if you knew of any reason why Hans would want to do this to Lily.
And I told you that I assumed it was a business rival who was trying to destabilize the company.
Yes, so you said, and I hope that's true, because if it turns out to be more than that, you get my drift.
It's very cold out here. You've been out here too long. Come on. Come inside.
I can't. Whenever I'm inside, everything I see, I think I see Lily. Everything reminds me of her. I think I hear a voice singing to me.
Is there anything I can do?
Can you bring her back to me? Then there's nothing. Please leave me.
I can't believe it! I'm running late already! Wow, Rosanna, I didn't know you were doing all this.
Well, I just thought since our dinner was ruined last night, we could... But if you have to go...
Damn it! If it was any other morning, but the news of Connor's gonna hit the streets in a couple hours, all hell's gonna break loose.
It's no big deal, really.
Forgive me. I'll make it up to you, I promise. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Kirk, good thing you gave me your spare key. All this food would have never slid under the door. Thanks again for being there for me last night. And give my regards to Broadway.
Jordan, you sleep at all last night?
Very little. Hans is supposed to call today.
Damien, I think for Lily's sake, as well as your own, it is time to remember something about Hans. The man is absolutely ruthless. He's also very angry that the police are involved. It's conceivable that you should deal with him directly.
That thought already crossed my mind.
Has it crossed your mind that Hans may be interested in more than money? Damien, I think it is time that you need some protection.
Eduardo, what do you do with a gun?
I've had it ever since Bertram was killed. I thought it was prudent. But now, I think you need it more than I.
Caleb, what is it?
It's not bad news, don't worry.
Then what?
Don't say I never gave you anything.
What's this?
It's a copy of the audio tape and the photo that prove that Lily's alive.
You gave up your baby for adoption, but now you want him back. Will anyone help Bridget get her baby back? Vanessa sure won't. Next on Guiding Light.
Nurses' uniforms provided by Nursemate. Jewelry by Monet. This is Dan Regin, inviting you to join us again Monday for As the World Turns.